All right, we are trying it again. Let me know if you can hear me. Jet Fox, you're going to try this one more time on this venue. So if you want to check in and say hi and let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can this time. If we can't, we'll find another way around it. So welcome to a little weather update for you guys. Hopefully we can, share some thoughts, talk about the forecast, and feel free to comment. Feel free to comment, and we will go and try to restart this thing one more time. Let me see if you can hear me now. All right, we're good. We're good now. Thank you. Good morning, Lenny Oakley. Hello, 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 Paul Baker. Good morning. I'm going to have to check a couple of spots here because people are giving me messages, but we'll get to you in just a second. Continue to check in, and we will hopefully get the show started. So say hi to you. Say hi to me. I'd love to say hi to you. So let me just do a couple things here. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for being part of the show. And we're going to talk about the weather. There's a lot of stuff that has been coming in. Yeah, put the plow on, Rob. No doubt about it. Tomorrow, oh geez, get here before late morning. Get here before late morning, Karen. Good to see all you guys here. Continue to ask me questions, and I will get the show started in just a minute. Here's a radar loop, just to start you out. Hi, Miss Karen. Hi, Rob. I'm going to get the latest one for you, too, and we'll get going here. I want to make sure that I have the most up to date here. So let me just do that. And here's the rain, Adam. Here comes the rain again. Anytime, Rob, you're going to make some bucks if you got a plowing business over the next few weeks. Thanks, Paul Baker. Just going to check a couple more things here, people. Just bear with me. Hello, Lori Nicholson. Good to see you. Just continue to check in. We're going to get this thing started. But we had, as many of you know, a little technical difficulty 5 or 10 minutes ago, and we figured that. You can hear me now, but I just got to do a couple of other things. So stare at the radar, ask me some questions, say hi. I'd love to say hi to you, and we shall be working on this momentarily. So hang on. Help is on the way. Okay. All right. Good to see you guys. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kara. Hello, Adam. Thanks for the gas price. I found a price $2.99 now on the Station Road exit for the country fair as well as the get-go. So you got that going for you, which is nice. So gas prices are coming down, which is a good thing, and we will continue to watch that for you as well. All right, kids, what you're looking at is obviously some rain moving into the area. Hello, Lisa Bricker. Good to see you. I'm going to put myself in the corner here just to say hi to you guys. I put a post out on Facebook just before this, and it kind of breaks down what's going on over the next few days. And I'm going to break it down further for you here because there's been a lot of hype, a lot of hyperbole. And of course, our motto is we're here to prepare you, not scare you. So we're not going to scare you into, watching and all that crazy hucklebuck. So, all right. Some rain is coming today. Temperatures are actually going to get up into the 50s. So let me tell you a little bit about that as well. And again, tell me where you're from when you check in. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them, and would love to say hi to you. The wind, Jason, the advisory, I don't think kicks in until 1 or 4 a.m. Okay, and then it goes for about 24 hours till 1 or 4 a.m. The next morning. Um, so, so we, I think they'll probably be wet. We're not even going with accumulations at this point. that would be suicide. It'll be plowable, and there will be snow cover and slippery roads. Hey, Susie from Spartansburg, good to see you. And we'll go over the wind thing. Whether or not we get to 60 is the jury's still out on that, Thomas. That might be more of a Buffalo thing than an Erie thing. Hello, Laura. Good to see you. Yeah, temperatures are going up, so you're going to get a warm day today. If you got any snow or ice around, it's going to melt. Wind gusts will at least get into the 50s. So, that's why they got this high wind warning. In fact, they got multiple, alerts and warnings and watches and stuff like that out already. So I'm here to break it down for you. So let me take you one step at a time, and we'll go over things. First of all, let me shoot a model up here for you, just to get you started for today. Celine, the airport queen. Hello. We want to just tell you it's gonna rain today. All right. Let me get you to something reliable here, just to start you off, so you can see what's going on in the next 24 hours or so. So here we are, and the rain will be moving in the next couple of hours. And you're going to see it's going to come in waves, okay? You'll have periods of rain, you'll have breaks, and then as you get later in the day and into the night, you might have some heavy downpours this evening, but you can see the coloration there. It's all green and yellow with some red, okay? And so that will take you through till 3 in the morning. Now I'm going to extend it out a little bit further, just so you can see the transition that's going to happen here. So here we go. Now we're going to take you into the morning. Now see what happens, 7, 8, 9, then it changes to snow, okay? And we're going to get a good thumping of snow. And like I said, by Sunday night, there will be snow covered and slippery roads, and the snow will be plowable. Now, the problem with accumulation is you can see on these last few frames here how it's morphing into a northwest to southeast flow. So what you're going to do is get an equal opportunity snow, during the afternoon into the evening, and then it's going to go into lake effect, more favoring the snow belts, which is why I'm saying that I'm not even going to take a stab at accumulations over the long time. Jeff, you're going to need a much higher power than me for that. When the anchors can bring the gas price down to 50 cents, I'll do something about changing the weather. Hi, Peggy Ann. Good to see you. Thank you, Adam. You're so kind. Nancy Turner, long time no see. So here's, that's why, I'm talking in terms of, let's talk about wet today, windy tonight, changing to snow tomorrow, and getting very cold and snow off and on right into Wednesday. There might be a little reloading Wednesday, and then there'll be more probably New Year's Day, Thursday, and Friday. Hi, Phil. Good to see you. So when you got lake effect and the bands are shifting around, you just kind of take it one chunk at a time. And since this stuff won't even be accumulating until over 24 hours from now, I'll set you up with by tomorrow evening, Monday evening, it's plowable. That means there'll be a few inches on the ground and the roads will be snow covered and slippery. Yeah, we call them as we see them, Jane. Welcome back. Good to see you. And that's one of the things. There will be some power outages that'll likely occur with 50-mile-per-hour winds. But again, got to just roll with it. I mean, it's winter. It's what we do around here. This is nothing new. I mean, we had some very strong winds the other, a little over a week ago, and there were a few power outages. It just depends on how cranked up they're going to be for how long. So, hi, Cheryl Evans. Good to see you. Long time no see. So that's the snow situation. Hi, Sue. Good to have you here from Pittsfield. So let me talk about the wind situation for a second here, just to give you some perspective. And we're talking about future wind gusts. All right. So the winds really crank up as we get into the night here. Okay. Now the wind advisory, and I want to give you the particulars on that. So just give me a second here. Hi, Katie. Long time no see. Good to see you. Kenny, long time no see. Good to see you. And I'm just doing this high wind warning. Okay, 1 a.m. Let's see. Let me make sure I got this right because I got to make sure it's Cleveland for here. 4 a.m. tonight, Monday morning, to 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. So it's like a 21-hour wind advisory. And if you look at these gusts, they ramp up. There you go, right? A 50 estimated at 3 a.m., another 50 at 9 a.m. Now, this is tomorrow. 51 at noon, a 53 at 1. So this is what this model is spitting out. And anytime you have wind gusts, now it's starting to drop by Tuesday 1 a.m. when this thing is expiring. When you get winds over 50 miles per hour, that's when you can do damage. Okay, whether it's taking some shingles or blowing Christmas trees or Christmas decorations around, or whether it's some power outages. So, we're guaranteed over 50, whether it's 53, 56, 58. There's going to be some power outages late tonight, during the day tomorrow, and into tomorrow night. Okay, so that's one thing for you there. So we've covered the snow, we've covered the wind. I want to cover wind chill factors too, because this is all the thing that comes into play with just using common sense. All right. Don't even worry about them today. The temperatures are going up. So here's your wind chill factor for 11:42 tonight, 61 degrees. All right, you guys get that. Now, during the day tomorrow, they're going to drop. Okay, so by tomorrow night, you're going to see these wind chills in the single digits. Again, you're looking at Monday night, 9/12, in the single digits to near zero. So you've changed to snow by midday tomorrow. The temperatures are dropping like a rock during the afternoon and night and into Tuesday. And you've got wind to deal with. So, it's like the triple whammy. And that's pretty much what happens, or what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. So you kind of just take it one chunk at a time. And of course, the things you want to keep in mind is the potential for some power loss. And of course, the puppies, the kitties, the puppies, the livestock. Because even though they got fur coats, you wear a coat, you go outside, you're still going to get cold, and so will they. Now, as far as the roads are concerned, I want to hit that too for you guys, just to show you. And, today is nothing. All right. It's going to get warmer, especially later today, and it's going to rain. And the temperatures aren't going to drop until like lunchtime tomorrow. So, in this scenario, you're going to have to, get till, I would say, and this is only going through 9 a.m. Let me move this out a little bit. I want to give you some extra hours here. Okay, that's going to be better. All right. And let me see if I can put a clock on here for you guys, just so. Just so I can get you some information here. All right. So we're going to put a clock on here so you guys can see. Now this is for untreated roads. You can think of these as side roads, parking lots, your driveway if you didn't, put salt down, or even any main roads that might not have any treatment. So this is what the pavement temperatures are going to be. So let me start this again way back here. This is today. The temperatures are going to go up. It's going to be wet. The roads are going to be wet. Now, as you go into tomorrow, you're seeing these pavement temperatures drop. So by 10 o'clock in the morning, if it's an untreated surface, you could get, the road surface temperatures down to freezing and below. Okay, so this is the thing to keep in mind. On another side of the ledger, see, we're covering it one step at a time. How long do you have on air now? I'm here for the next several minutes. As long as you guys keep peppering me with questions, I will be happy to try and answer them. You got to tell me when you're coming home, and then I will tell you. Yeah, it's going to rain today, and it's going to get up into the 50s. I wouldn't worry too much, Holly Fuller. Good to hear from you. Hey, Josh. Good to hear from you, man. What's going on? Hi, Mary Kay. No, we do not need a special day to tell you about the weather. Please cease and desist, Brooker. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Very good, Laura. Rain, wind, some snow, and throw in cold. In a nutshell. Hello, Joe Davidson. Good to have you here from Sagertown. Good. He's going to have fun coming home if he leaves after noon. All right. Yeah, and they can keep their impact, Dave. Love Petland. I'm sure they do a great job. We don't have to designate days for weather. We'll tell you what it's going to be. You'll know if the weather is going to be bad. Just look at the forecast. Hi, Dougie. Good to see you. All right. Now, I think we've digested the next 24 hours. Hello, Lorraine. Good to have you here. All right. So basically, what you're looking at today is the rain comes in the next hour or two, and it goes into the 50s to near 60. Tonight, the wind picks up. it gets nasty. You could get some power outages. Tomorrow, you start with rain. Um, Changes to snow midday. Temperatures drop like a rock. Roads freeze, and you still could have some power outages. Um, After that, we're going to have on and off snow. All right. Uh, some of the folks were asking about accumulations. I can run a few programs for you, but I'm only going to do it short term because this thing is going to come and go. All right. And it looks like another situation in the long run, if I had to put a guess to it now, where you guys in the snow belts, south and east of 90, are going to get more than Erie and the Lakeshore. Yeah, yeah, trust your body. You don't need it. You, you didn't need a special day to tell you when the weather's bad. Um, anyway, um, so let me run a few snow programs if you're interested in that. And let me tell you that, I think in the long run, because it's going to come in waves, like you're going to get the equal opportunity snow tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Then it's going to transition to the northwest lake effect inland snowbelt stuff Tuesday into Wednesday. And then it may take a little bit of a break. And then there's going to be another shot of cold air on New Year's Day and into Thursday. So we'll have more to talk about. It comes in waves. But I think the lion's share of it is going to end up in the snow belts. But everybody's going to get snow, and everybody's going to get cold, and it's going to be winter. It's what we do. It's nothing we haven't gone through before. Please, common sense in driving, in dressing, in going out, in doing what you do. Common sense. Yeah, I'm sure you got the 3-inch rule, and you're going out. I mean, that's going to be achieved by everybody. So you're going to have pennies from heaven, as you snowplow guys like to say. Hello, Pat Peterson. Good to see you. So let me see what I can get for you guys here. Run a few snow programs. See what we can come up with in the near term. And see if I can find anything that I think's reliable, because you can get all kinds of hucklebuck in these situations. So we got the roads, we got the wind. Hang on. Okay. Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you is the winds are going to start out southwest. That will favor, Buffalo. Okay. And then they're going to bend around to the west or west southwest, and that'll dump some on the lakeshore. But predominantly, I think it's going to be a northwest flow, at least for the first leg of this thing. And that will favor the snow belt. So that's why we say what we say. Then, as you guys are looking at that graphic, I'm just going to call up some more data in the background here, just to make sure everything's on the same page. It's what we call nowcasting. We're just doing this stuff on the fly, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Just give you the basics and what we know for sure, and then we will go from there. And obviously we'll update it. And it's the kind of thing where we're going to make adjustments to the forecast all the way through the week. It's not, things change with time, but I think we've got the basics pretty much accounted for here. So I think most of the snow, and I'm talking about I'm just getting data here, from 6 p.m. tomorrow through Tuesday at 6 p.m. is going to be a northwest flow. Now, Going to check a couple of things. What that means is that the snow belts will end up with the tonnage of snow with this event. And looking ahead, if I even do that, we'll look ahead a little bit for Thursday. For the second round, it looks like the same thing. An initial shot for everything, for everyone, and then most of it going into the snow belt. That's the preliminary. That's why I just take it chunk by chunk, time period by time period. So if you look, and I'm going to, take a look at what we're looking at here, just to see, here's one model's opinion. Okay, so by tomorrow night, it's basic, according to this model, it's plowable everywhere. Okay, and this is going, and you can see where the dark blues develop. Okay, it's not in Erie and along the lakeshore. It's inland in the snow belt. There's one model's opinion for you. It's basically a 48-hour plus forecast. You can see now. Just don't take it as gospel. Take it as guidance, because that's what we do here. I mean, it's the trend that we look at. And here's another one. Okay, and this one's going to have a key to it, so you can get it even more. And again, this is taking you, and it's not that much different. I mean, you got your 4 inches along the lake shore. I would say, 3 to 6, and then you've got the 6 to 10 to maybe 15 into the snow belt. Okay, so that's some guesses. That's some guidance. All right, 2 different models, just showing you 2 different opinions, and you can get all kinds of opinions. But again, to get back to what we were saying is, this is winter. This is what happens around here. It's nothing we haven't been through before. You guys plowing snow, you're going to make some money. People that have to go out, work, whatever, you're going to have to allow some extra time. If you got this week off, you're golden. If you got some time in the second leg off, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're good. You don't at least have to travel to and from work. So that's the way that looks. Hello, Allie and Jennifer. Donnie, the mechanic, long time no see. All depends. I think we covered that, Emily. Where are you located? Anytime. Good question, Laura. And what she's talking about there is the distance over the lake. Okay. So what I was showing you guys in the graphic before, with the different wind directions, let me get that back for you again. Is that when you get this third type of wind direction, in other words, northwest flow that deluges the the snow belt south of 90, then let me find the graphic for you. Then what fetches the distance over the water that the cold air travels. Okay, the longer the fetch, like if you have it southwest to northeast, the more snow it can dump, because it can pick up more moisture. That's why Buffalo gets creamed when this fetch is sustained out of the southwest. Now, as you go into the northwest, even though the fetch is shorter, it also can tap Lake Huron, which is a double whammy. So it can use 2 lakes on the northwest flow, or the fetch across 2 lakes. And that's why when it involves Lake Huron, you know, snow belts can get buried because you got a double whammy going on there. So good question. And hopefully that's a respectable answer. I'm just looking to see if I got any other data that might work. I showed you that one. I just want to, well, that's a 3K. Hang on. Let me show you one more. Okay. And I don't think this one's going to go out all that far. Yeah. See, this is a shorter range. Okay. So maybe this is good for you, Ron, and all the plow people out here. This is saying through Monday evening, basically, I would say 1 to 3. Okay. So it's becoming plowable. So now you got 3 opinions, but this one's only through Monday evening. Let me, if I can get this thing to go out a little farther, I will. Hang on. Yeah, let me, okay. Let me see if I can get this thing to go out a little further. Okay. All right. So again, you're showing everything bulking up in the snow belts to the south and east of Erie on that mile. So now you have 3 models opinions, which is interesting. It's going to snow. It's going to accumulate enough to plow, and it's going to come in waves, and it's going to favor the snow belt south of 90. You guys know where you are, not necessarily Erie or the Lakeshore, although Erie and the Lakeshore will get a smaller share and probably plowable as well, which means 3 inches or greater. So, like I say, you know, it's nothing that unusual. And we went through this, what, just a couple weeks ago? We went through this Thanksgiving. You know, that's the name of the game, kids. Who else? What else? This is tomorrow. You're right, friend. The snow does not start until midday tomorrow. So enjoy the 50 some, maybe even 60 degrees later today, and some rain. Bill Scott, Jacksonville, North Carolina. How are you? Zazu, long time no see. Good to see you. I think you're going to do better than 8 in Edinburgh. I really do. But, you know, it still doesn't sound that bad. Thanks, Brooker. Always a pleasure to have you. Well put, Dougie Crane. You know, looking at snowmobiling this coming weekend. Yeah, you're going to get to snowmobile. And if you're traveling to Buffalo, just keep checking in with us, and we'll tell you whether or not. Whether or not. All right. Oh, 7-day. You wanted a 7-day. Let me see if I can scrounge one up for you. All right. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to, you know, I gotta change one thing here because we may have some icons that are out of place here. So All right, this is good. We're not going to put any icons on. Maybe a New Year's Day. How's that? Okay. In fact, I'm going to choose a different one because I like this one better. It's more seasonal. Just wait for it. It'll be worth the wait. Oh, geez, we got all these. Oh my gosh. All right, let me try this one. All right, you ready? Hope this works. There you go. That's a guess. And I'm sure Jacob will refine these when he comes on later today, but there you go. There's probably another hit, like you say. You know, you're gonna deal with this into Wednesday, and then there's gonna be another hit in here around New Year's. But things may relax a bit more on Saturday. At least that's the thinking right now. I haven't looked at a lot of long range data. Um, Anytime you know how to get a hold of us, and we put the email um, out on the post I did before we came on here. So, you know, and I'll put it up here. Yeah, I heard about those 24-foot waves. Well, hopefully you're not going out on Lake Erie. Um, you're welcome, 7 Day. And I'm going to put the email here because if you want to, you know, send us pictures, reports, feel free to. We enjoy hearing from you. So here is Becky. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So weather at wjttv.com. We'll be glad to take your reports and you know all that good happy stuff. But you know, keep it in keep it in perspective. You know, you're gonna not have to worry about weather today. The deterioration starts late morning, midday, and into the afternoon tomorrow. But again, regardless of how much ends up here, and again, I think the lakeshore will get a few inches, but the inland snow belts will get the most. Um, it's nothing. It's winter. It's what we do around here. So take it with a grain of salt. Uh, you're welcome, Laura. You're welcome, Celine. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we say goodbye for now? Feel free. Feel free. I'm just going to check a couple things. I'll pull the 7 Day up here for y'all. And thank you again for sharing some time with me. Obviously, we'll be on to and fro over the next few days just to keep you updated and all that stuff. Uh, you want the pink stinks map? Okay. What's the water temperature in Lake Erie? Hang on. Hang on. I will get that for you. $34. It is 34. Fran, no problem. I'm usually on at ungodly hours, but when there's storms, I show up, you know, on at hours that more people are normally awake. I need to buy more. I'm almost on my last cup. Yeah, well, I think it will today, Patty. You're going to get up into the 50s, so that ice should get out of there. Oh yes, and we are gaining daylight. You want some more fun facts to swap and share with family and friends? Um, let me do that for you. First of all, um, sunrise today 7:48, sets at 4:57. So again, we're on this 9 hours, 9 minutes of daylight kind of thing. But the what I was talking about here is that you are gaining daylight, and I will tell you how many seconds per day we are looking at here. Hang on. Just bear with me because it's kind of interesting. And, you know, it starts slow, but it eventually increases, right? You guys know that. Today will be 30 seconds longer than yesterday. Isn't that just wonderful? Brian, good to hear from you. Flooding concerns a little bit, but right now at this point, um, no flood watches for us. Hopefully, a lot of the snow has melted. You will get some rain on top of that today, obviously. Let me check one more time for you guys just to make sure um, that we're all on the same page here as far as advisories and all that stuff is concerned. Okay, flood watch for New York, for Chautauqua County. All right. I don't see. I got wind advisory and winter storm watch for Crawford. No flood watch, so that should be good. And good point. Good points all around. You're welcome. Hey, Julie G. If you're in the snow measuring business, feel free to throw us some numbers over the next few days. Robert, long time no see, and thank you. We try to keep things real. Like we haven't seen snow in December and January and strong winds, right? Oh my gosh. Oh yes, one more map, and then I must get going. Um, now that you guys have absorbed the 7 day. Uh, This is what we call the pink stinks map, the pink representing temperatures that are below zero. And you can see what's going on here. Here's your Arctic cold, and it's starting to seep into the north central northern Rockies. Okay, so if you follow the jet stream, I'll see if I can do this for you. Just to give you, I'm going to just do it over here on this here map. Okay, I'm just going to plop a few temperatures for you here, just so you can see where everything is. Okay, this is the jet. It's working like this. Okay, this is what we call the ridge. It's where the warm air comes up. That's today. This is what we call the trough. That's where all that pink comes down out of Canada. This is moving towards us. That. Okay, so get set for more winter. Hope that gets you a good explanation. Hopefully you can see the map. John, if you get me some good pictures from Warren, please send them to me. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Anybody else? I think that'll hold us for now. I don't think I can tell you much more. I think you got the gist of things. So thanks for being here. You got all day and part of tomorrow before this thing goes south. So make the most. Watch the snow melt in your yards. Not saying the ski areas, those guys have huge bases. They should be fine. And, a little 24-hour melt job ain't going to hurt them. And then they're going to get a lot more. So hats off to the snowmakers, the snow plowers, the snowboarders, the skiers, the ski lift operators, and all you snow freaks out there, and I include myself in it. Make the most, be safe, use common sense, get a hold of us if you have any questions. We'll be here, as always, for the duration, the rest of 2025 and into 2026. Take care, and I doubt there will be a nightcap tonight. I think it will be tomorrow night. So I really, seriously, thanks for your support. You guys are great. We'll be here for you. Make it a great Sunday. We'll talk to you later on. Have fun. Enjoy the holiday. And Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before that. Take care, everybody. Yes, it will, Kaz. Yes, it will, but not until tomorrow.